Chapter 8. Snitch or innocent? Hyun-ki had another thing in mind that day and was only distracted by that sudden meeting. He went up the deck of the building and confirmed his agreement with one of the men in the maintenance department. They started to clear the area and provided a place to put the table, chairs, and umbrella. He then set for his chosen caterer and contacted Billy, the helicopter pilot, and aide. He instructed him to bring in everything before noon, but he wanted a helicopter ride with his guest first. It's time to make his move. He asked Riel to go out of her office and follow him. They were silent inside the elevator, but Hyun-ki's long gaze bothered her. She heaved a sigh of relief when the elevator opened. They were on the 25th floor of the building, and he took some steps going to the deck. Hyun-ki showed the way for Riel and was surprised to see a helicopter waiting. Hyun-ki grabbed her hand and pointed the way to the aircraft. Let's ride the helicopter first, as I want to show you around and see the view that surrounds our building. Riel, still speechless, just nodded. Hyun-ki put on her headset to hear and talk to each other, and as the copter started to wind up, her heart seemed to race too. Her first time in a helicopter. Look down, Riel, and enjoy the view, he exclaimed, excited and nervous. She felt her heart beating as if she was in a marathon racing at a fast pace. She could imagine herself seated on a Ferris wheel and looking down made her nauseous. The helicopter turned around for a full view of the surrounding structures. After flying a few rounds, he tapped Billy's shoulder. Let's go back. Before they were about to descend, Billy handed the bouquet of lavenders to Hyun-ki he ordered beforehand and held it behind his back, careful of Riel not to notice. Hyun-ki wrapped her in his arms as they descended the helicopter and walked over to where two waiters were preparing the area for their lunch date. After the aircraft took off, a table was set up with food, chairs, and an umbrella to protect them from the sun. He aided her in sitting and quickly laid the bouquet beside him, careful not to be noticed by Riel. I'm treating you for lunch today. She remained speechless but wondered why. And what's with all the efforts? You have done a great deal in modeling our new cell phone brand. The advertisement turned out well, and the Edison advertising firm was also happy to have you as their model, even if it was only an accident by chance. Your commercial modeling became a trend in social media, so what else is there to say? Riel, I am fortunate to have you in my corporation and, most of all, as my executive assistant, expressed Hyun-ki, being proud of her. Pleased, he handed out the bouquet of lavender to her hands and said, this is my appreciation for a job well done. Riel gladly accepted the praise, showing a fondness for the flowers. Meanwhile, far from their knowledge, Megan was there all along, hiding and spying on them. After Hyun-ki and Riel finished their sumptuous lunch, they happily hurried back to the office. Megan saw them by chance, so she followed until they went up the elevator. She kept in hiding, waiting for them to appear before her face. As the two were coming down from the deck and about to take the elevator, Megan appeared with a dark look, her brows furrowed, glowering with her gaze narrowed into a squint. Much to their bewilderment, Megan spilled out her anger, enraged by Hyun-ki's special gesture toward Riel. So, your stabbing headache was a pretension, was it? Venting her biting remark on Hyun-ki. You planned this for what? To make a move on her, this bitch. Pointing her finger at Riel, conveying envy towards her. You even give her a helicopter ride, a bouquet, then treat her to lunch on the deck, which you have never done for me during our times together. What am I taken then for? Ha! Her hand was on her waist, exhibiting mixed hatred and jealousy. Hyun-ki's immediate response was to fend his body off Riel from getting harmed. Watch your words, Megan, he forewarned. And at that instant, too, Riel felt disgraced and shamed for calling her a bitch. With a clenched fist, Riel's fingernails digging into her palms, and her chest heaving up and down due to her suppressed anger, she faced Megan to defend herself. What are you hinting at? I know nothing, so please leave me alone. And Megan continued accusing her, playing innocent. Are you? You are pretending to be a sweet, refined girl, but deep inside, you have a wicked intention of snatching my boyfriend. You snitch. Riel could not swallow Megan's words any longer. She outrightly slapped Megan's face with the bouquet, and Riel's action shocked Hyun-ki. Leave me out of this. I don't want to do anything with the both of you, so leave me alone. She cried out in controlled emotions and ran away from them. Hyun-ki wanted to chase Riel but got hold off by Megan, because she was already uncontrollable. He held her by the shoulders and pinned her to the wall, with a cold, icy, and furious gaze that could freeze her down to her bones. He spoke, his voice frosty, sounding severe and intense. You crossed the line, Megan. And what is this you're saying? Ha! That I am your boyfriend. Seriously, when I said you were my girl, our relationship was nothing serious. We are but bedmates. We enjoyed each other. Yes, We had fun together in bed. That's all we had. Don't you ever accuse me of taking you for granted because there's nothing between us in the first place. I'm warning you, don't ever show me your face again. Do you understand? Please stay away from me, Anne. Importantly, from Rial. I am done with you. He pushed her to the wall as he loosened his grip on her, then hurriedly ran to Rial, hoping he'd catch her by the elevator. Megan was left deserted. She slowly pulled herself to the floor, weeping miserably, very hurt and devastated. Rial, on the other hand, her face smudged from her tears, prayed that no one may see her, and ran silently to her office. But upon entry, Lowy was shocked on seeing her with a smudged face and shrieked. Alexis saw her too, and both ran to console her. While asking what could have happened, they were troubled by Rial's disturbing appearance, and Rial told them she wanted to be left alone. Hyun-ki and Rial held back their true feelings for each other, maybe because of their doubts and confusing emotions. Now, how will they face the reality of their senses?